this camera to stand up here. So I've already had fully charged battery. Put it on, put the backpack on, started to take off, and it immediately went dead. I felt pressure. They knew I was coming when I left the house. I know people think you're a lunatic, but they do. They did. They have. And so it starts early. It's just part of it. I think this one's, but they killed the battery on my GoPro, 100% fully charged battery. Well, this one's 100%. Let's hope it stays that way. And I killed that battery. But what I was going to talk about when I was on my hike today is why I think, and think, not believe, but think means I've come to a reasoned opinion based on evidence and facts. I think that the Sasquatch is a Nephilim descendant. Not a I guess you could say part Nephilim, but a descendant of the Nephilim. And so, first of all, what's a Nephilim? Real quick, it's a biblical term. It returned basically before the flood. Fallen angels copulated, had sex with, or somehow had children with human women, and that and the offspring from the fallen angels and human women were called the Nephilim. Nephilim means to fall, the fallen ones, the earthbound. And in other words, they're not of God. They don't have a divine spirit. They were created here on earth by the angels. And so it was an abomination, and God told the angels not to procreate because they wouldn't have a living soul, from the human, that their soul wouldn't have its origination from God. It would be an origination from the fallen angel, and it would be a hybridization of the human species, which God forbid. So that's how it got started. And so in a broader term, Nephilim means anything that's not human. Basically, it's transhumanism. It's a human hybrid. It's something that is not fully human. It's got animal DNA mixed in it. It's got or the DNA from some, angelic beings, whatever. So in today's terminology, a Nephilim can be any sentient being that is not from, created by God. In other words, it's not pure human. In other words, there's genetic material in there from animals or fallen angels, or it's a combination of human animal, and that renders it not human, and it's not human. And there's a whole debate on the soul and all that, and I won't get into that, but but my premise is based on my observations and based on evidence that I've seen. And my faith, of course. I'm a Christian, and make no bones about it. I'm proud of that fact, and that's my worldview. And you've got to understand that. That's my lens to the world, is as a Christian. So I'm going to look at things in that worldview, and the behavior of the Sasquatch and their reaction to spiritual things is what finally brought me to the conclusion that they are a Nephilim descendant, a human hybrid. And I think that the DNA has borne that out, that they're a human hybrid, but, the nuclear DNA, is floating around that that it was some sort of gene manipulation, which is not true. I mean, however they were created, it was not